Greetings and welcome again. In case you're wondering, we are all the way out in lovely St. Lucia. And again, welcome to the Caribbean Celebrity Show. I've just had to change locations to try to get a better signal. I was out by the pool, enjoying the lovely ambience. And in fact, we are residents at the lovely properties in St. Lucia. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Caribbean Dream. That's where we at, Caribbean Dream Vacation Properties. And we are here enjoying lovely St. Lucia. So, folks, don't forget to share the live as you join in. My co host should be joining me shortly. Greetings to you, Christian, out in the United Kingdom. Yes, as you could see, I'm sweating. I just had to turn on the AC. It's nice getting back to my roots and getting back to the lovely island life, Caribbean life. And we want to be talking about that. We want to be talking about that some more. So let's bring in my co-host. Let's see if we could get him to join. Okay, so you have to excuse us tonight as we operating somewhat different. It's a different setup. We just basically uh, doing this off our phone. So we don't have all the bells that we normally have. But we have to bring you an episode this week because you've been asking for it. So it's just wonderful to be here. So bear with us tonight if we do have any connections issues in terms of the internet. Nonetheless, we're moving forward. And it's beautiful. It's lovely to be here in St. Lucia. To you out in Europe, to you out in America, Canada, my friends all over the world, you need to visit St. Lucia. You need to visit St. Lucia. It's a must. And when you come into St. Lucia, you don't need to worry about accommodation. I have some recommendations for you where you could stay at some of the best locations in the north of the island where you could get your privacy, you could get relaxation, and you could get all the amenities that you would normally want and need. And I'm here at Caribbean Dream Vacation Properties, and it's a lovely experience. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's the poolside, there's the bar, there's everything that you need and you want. So it's like being in paradise, like they say. So I want to talk to you about my experiences in the week I've been here. It's been about 5 years since I've last visited this island. And, we want to really bring that experience back to you. So I'm just waiting for my co-host to join. That's Mr. X all the way uh, in Switzerland. No doubt he's eager to join us. So it's a bit of a while since I've actually done a live off a phone. So I'm just trying to ensure that we could, you know, and this is how we started. So we have to give thanks for that. Um, Mr. X, feel free to join in. He says he can hear me echoing. Let me just go with the other mic and see if that helps. Mr. X, you feel free to join the live at any time. I'm just here in my room, just ensuring that, as I say, the show can go on. So, Mr. X, I believe I sent you an invite. You should try to accept it so you could join the live. Yeah, you should be able to accept it. Eager to bring you on. But some of my experiences, a lot of the party areas and the bars and restaurants that I would frequent, some of them are non-existent. And we just want to touch a few names of places that we used to, and I'm not necessarily going in any particular order, but some of the places that we used to frequent, and such as Delirious, such as Indies, Happy Day Bar. I'm sure these names are ringing familiar with some of you. The Line, the Triangle. These spots are no longer in existence. And these were the party areas.
the highlights of where you would go for a good night, good food, good music, good experience. That's, a few years ago, and it's no longer existed. There are some new spots. I've seen there's the Dax Bar. Happens to be, looks like, a beautiful hangout, but we are visiting in what is considered as the down season. So you find a lot of the tourists have now gone back. So some of the resorts will actually be temporarily closing their doors for a few weeks, in the likes of some resorts as well. So we are lucky enough to go to the Grizzly Friday night, which is happening every Friday night. It's wonderful to see that still exists. It's still buzzing. Big up Maya, big up DJ Chad, big up DJ Pressure, big up DJ T-Boog, Yellow, and all these guys. Big up. It's glad to see that you uh, are still actually doing the good job of providing entertainment to the masses on a Friday night. There was some tourists, and of course, the locals was indulging. I didn't particularly partake in the food and whatever was being prepared. There isn't that much vegetarian options out there. Mr. X, just to let you know, with this live, you need to accept the request that I sent. I sent you one. So for you to join the live, it's different on this time of the phone. You need to actually accept. Otherwise, it's not going to allow you to. Okay. So you send me one, I've sent you one. Try to add your game. So yeah, you need to. And folks, feel free. Anyone who's viewing, feel free to join the live, because it's just talking about our experience. Wonderful. Oh, lovely to have you, my brother. Bless up and pick up yourself, Mr. X.
Yeah, man, big up, big up. Bless up.
All right, all right. I'll take up the headphones because I could hear you live and direct there.
I had to
Yes.
try,
So how things?
I had to try the other phone.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
So
yeah.
tonight, folks, for those of you watching us, it's a different uh, ball game tonight because we are live in the Caribbean. So, the setup is different, the connections, the whole vibe is different for us tonight. So we basically doing this over the phone. This is raw and unedited. It's uncut. You're getting the real vibes, but we felt it necessary. And Mr. X, I feel very proud that walking around St. Lucia and everybody I speak to is commenting on this show. They've viewed the show before, they've seen it, they're talking about it, And I spoke to someone today, this morning, and she was like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you're in St. Lucia. I cannot believe I watch you guys. That's my favorite show." And, it's amazing. It's really amazing to actually see the result of what we're doing. How do you feel about
Positive.
that?
Well, I feel excited. It's only positive vibe we're dealing with. Yeah, man, and there is also people from other parts of the world in Europe that is watching the live as well, and whenever they tell me they watch the live or they see certain stuff, and I just feel excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's a good thing as well for artists, and also all artists on the whole.
Mm-hmm.
For artists that is not getting exposure and different stuff like that, and people seeing them. You know, so that is what we there for, to elevate and build, and motivate
Mm-hmm. And
artists.
and being, and being here, Mr. X, I think it's going to grow beyond artists. I think this is the opportunity for us to just promote the whole culture. There's solution businesses, there is different industries that need that international connection. They need the visibility. I mean, I've walked around, and we'll be providing some footage in some of the upcoming episodes where you could see some of the crafts. You know these things, Mr. X, the souvenirs that made and created by the locals.
Yeah.
They're so creative. We're using natural stuff like coconut shells, the calabash. You know what I mean? The leaves from the trees, and these guys create magnificent works of art. And it's not unique to St. Lucia, but since I'm here in St. Lucia, I really want to highlight that. So we really want to, promote and let the people know what they could expect when they visit an island like St. Lucia. And it so happens that we are both from St. Lucia,
Yeah, man.
you know?
Yeah.
So it is
And
amazing. And
the amount of stuff the people doing in St. Lucia, if they were living in Europe and they was doing this kind of stuff, they're millionaires already, you know.
well, that's the thing. We have to really show and highlight because some of the businesses, in fact, they do need that. Where if you go to for example, if you go to the mall, the shopping mall, there's the outlets, for example, like Sea Island Cotton, which is still nice to see that they're still around. There are different shops where, quote unquote, the tourist kind of, spots where you would go to purchase your souvenirs and purchase these things. But what we really want to highlight is the average person with the tray by the road, the person on the beach, the Rastafarian guys who are walking around with their crafts. That's the people that really need that cash injection in their hand to survive. You understand? Because
Yeah,
what happens a lot of the time is you will see the same stuff that you find by the vendors on the beach or the roadside. You see these things, and they will be able to negotiate with you and say, "Well, okay, it's that amount, but give me," as opposed to if you go in the shop, you'll be paying top dollar for it for the same stuff. And again, those people are very, I think, genuine. Solutions are some of the nicest people you'll come across. I mean, I tell you, we went by the beach, and there's a young man there. He taught me a few things, that I thought, well, I knew everything about St. Lucia. But so you would see they take the time to be able to give the experience and share history on the island. And he was just sending me chairs to lie down to, with a shade in the sun to relax and stuff. But he started telling me about, his story and his journey. And I think it's important for visitors to have that interaction,
yeah.
with the locals to embrace the culture, because St. Lucia is rich in culture. What I would say, the place is hot, my brother. I don't know if I could warn you enough when you come in here. Brother, it's hot. It is very hot. It's not hot like I remember. It's hot, 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 hot. I think I
It's
got
really, really, really hot.
wow. I would go for 2 or 3 different shirts for the day, my brother.
I I I find um places like Rodney Bay, Viewfort.
Hmm.
These places are really hot because it's flat.
Yeah.
Your
Yes.
countryside is kind of like, not so hot. Like
Yes.
Rodney Bay, Viewfort, Dennery.
Yes.
Yeah, these places are really flat, so you will find, it's really hot. These
Yes.
places. So give me a little views about the Friday night in Rosalie. Friday.
Okay. So as I said, it's approaching the lower slow season somewhat, is what I've been told by some of the hoteliers. So you find the bulk of the activity for the summer holidays has now slowed down. But I still saw quite a good amount of tourists on the Friday night. So I met up with my friend, big up yourself, Bose, my drummer from back in the day. They had this little gathering at Pigeon Point. So we went there before we went to Grosley. It was nice to see friends. Big up Anne and Keith, big up Claudia, and we met some new friends as well. Had a few, interactions with them, hang out. And then we went to Grosley. Grosley, my brother, parking is a nightmare to get into Grosley. We went there before 9. We went there minutes to 9. And we were advised to come from the Pigeon Point side. And that is the only way we were able to get a parking and take a minute walk to get to the main activity.
Wow.
The sound system, I must say, thumbs up, immaculate sound. Big up yourself, Chad, Maya. And so the guy said to me that they've now collaborated. So before it used to be Hotspot Sounds, and I forget the other name of the other sound system, but it's now a collaboration. They're all working together. I mean, a band could have played on the system I saw. Their mixer, proper rack, so I could see the guys have invested in their craft. The sound was immaculate. They had speakers. the mid area. If you walk a distance, there's speakers facing that way. There's surround sound. It was a nice, good ambience. Drinks and food galore. Lobsters, boy. Almost every tree I pass, I watch and I see lobsters looking back at me. Fresh lobsters. When I tell you, fresh seafood, my brother, that is what I miss about. One of the things I miss about St. Lucia. Fresh. When I tell you, catch of the day, it was caught today.
Fresh lobster.
Fresh lobster, crab, barbecue chicken. But like I said, I didn't go out to really indulge. So I've been trying to more or less eat some of the foods things like roti and the things that I miss from, growing up, bakes, those sort of things, akra, those sort of things. That's the things I really been craving for, and coconut water and these things. But overall, for the time we spent in Grosseto, um, it was nice. I could see people looking at me, whereas before, I mean, I was quite well known. People looking at me as like, boy, is that him? A guy said to me, "Oh, you cut out a big beard." I said to myself, "It's been a while I haven't had big beard." So, and people will recognize me. Some will recognize from the show, and
Yeah.
some will recognize from the previous thing. But it was all in all, it was nice. It was a nice experience. We left there quite early because I wanted to check out a band at Coco Palm. I forget the name of the band. I think it's either Vision or Vision, as they say. Big up Nicky. That's also a guy that used to play with me. Bass player. He has his own band now. So nightlife, I think on a Friday night, yes, there is stuff to do. There's also another place they call, I think it's Harbor. I need to get the name of it. It's in the
Have a
north.
have a club.
Abba Club or something like that. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And we also went to the marina. We saw a few friends there that we haven't seen in years. So it's good to see that there's still staple things that are happening. But it's just the way there would be before. The different bars where live bands and live entertainment. It's sad when I speak to most of the musicians. They advise me that it's not the same, Mr. X. It's not the same where, on a Wednesday night, you could go there, you could see a little two-piece, three-piece, or four-piece band playing. You could, on a Friday night, you could have several spots. You go from there, you go from there, you go from there. So that has trickled down, and I think maybe it has to do with the economy in the country. There's a lot of development, but again, a lot of the places that we knew and love is no longer there.
No longer.
A lot of new
Okay.
faces, a lot of new faces, new generation. I feel fairly safe. I mean, I was advised not to walk around and go certain areas, without. Obviously, it's not the same now, but
It's not the same. Yeah.
I haven't gotten the impression that it feels very comfortable and very safe walking around. As you say, there's areas in any place you go that if you go there as a strange face or different face, you may encounter some resistance or some incident. So
Yeah.
we try to just, go by family, visit the place, do a little shopping, and enjoy the food and the experiences. So, all in all, I would say it's been lovely for the first week being here. I'm yet to meet with some of the artists, some of the musicians and artists, but I've met with a few DJs so far. Big up DJ Brain Boy, and we still have to meet up. You know, DJ Brain Boy is in the south. So this week
Yeah.
I've been in the north. Next week I'll be venturing in the south. So but it's lovely so far, Mr. X. Lovely, lovely so far.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
So that's
tell
what.
me about the groceries, like the stores, like if
Whoa.
the food is
Okay.
expensive, or because I've heard
Okay.
people complaining and everything is expensive, and yeah.
Okay. So I want to say it's given me a better appreciation for life in the UK because we've seen prices going up globally in certain things. But I ask myself, how is the ordinary person in St. Lucia surviving with the prices of the basic items, my brother? The basic items I couldn't believe. For example, I'll just give you, and I won't mention names although it's just one main chain that provides this, the supermarkets down here. So
Yeah.
it's a monopoly vibe. But for example, what we would call the Malawi brand, in terms of the cheaper brand, something like corned beef, which used to pay maybe $4 back in the day. That
Yeah,
is now the cheapest tin of
about
corned beef.
$4. Yeah,
Yeah, the cheapest tin of corned beef, my brother, is about, you're looking at least some places within about 12 to 14 dollars. And if you look at the top brand, you're looking at 20 something dollars for corned beef. Peppers. You know the big peppers that
yeah.
you get. Four of these, 45 EC.
So you mean to tell me a tin of corned beef is more expensive than the tin of corned beef like the price in
Yes,
Switzerland?
by far, my brother,
Switzerland is
by
way
far.
expensive than St. Lucia, you know,
Switzerland is more expensive,
than St. Lucia.
but then
Yeah,
yes, but then again, it's all right. Okay, so if we look at, for example, um, it's euros. So if you look at the transition, yeah, it's more expensive. And again, Switzerland is a wealthy place. It's very wealthy.
yeah,
You know that.
it's
It's
true.
very
Yeah,
wealthy. But we're looking at Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia is not a wealthy place. It's a food island. How do they call it? Food world place. You know, and we have so much natural resources. Okay, but what I've been told, because what I know before, if things like ground provisions and vegetables, fruits, and these things, you don't buy these things in the supermarket because you will be paying obviously the prices which the tourists will pay. You would buy these things at the market. But lo and behold, when you go to the market, it's even more expensive, my brother. Because they realize the supermarkets are selling these things at price, so everybody coming to
yeah.
get it there, and it's more fresh. So it's even more ridiculous. Um, uh, Four plantains, brother, 20 something dollars. You
I
understand?
remember. Well, I had that experience. I thought it would change when I was there about 2021. I brought
Mm-hmm.
my cousin with her daughter. Her daughter is my goddaughter. I
Mm-hmm.
brought them to Soufre to do some shopping in one of
Right.
the stores they have there, and then I did 200 EC, $200 worth of shopping, and I had
Mm-hmm.
one little bag. And I tell the
That's
woman,
nothing. Yeah.
I waited for my
That is
change, you know.
that
I
is
was,
nothing.
I tell the woman, no
And
man,
it's worth.
that is advantage, man. She said, well, it's not her.
It's not her. I agree.
Yeah,
And it's worth. For example, if you're trying to eat out in the restaurants, the prices are ridiculous. I mean, I expect you go out for what I would normally pay to go out to a nice place and have a nice romantic dinner with my wife. You know, a few years ago when we come here, what I would expect to pay in those nice restaurants and stuff like that. I understand that, you know, that's the experience, and but you go to a little bar, a little place, and you order something, you know, it's unbelievable. And you know, and again, the sad thing is they don't really cater so much for vegetarian. You'll get a slight selection, but for what it's worth, I feel, you know, people here need to either plant their own, grow their own, you know, or really cook with it. But people say to me, like, you know, there's no point in complaining because that is how it is everywhere. So that was a bit of a shocker. The prices of, you know, goods. There's certain things like retro, certain brands that we get in England that is here, and it's actually the some of those things are actually cheaper, but it's few things I've seen. So there's the retro brands, which is very popular in England. So if you get some of those items there, it's even cheaper than the Caribbean brands, the local brands that you'll get. So, for example, pasta and these things, you will
hmm
see the brands that you used to consider the no-name brands before. These things are actually even more expensive than some of the import international things. So it really doesn't make
yeah,
sense to me. It doesn't add up. I think
definitely
it
doesn't make
really,
sense.
yeah, it's abuse. It's abuse of authority. If it's one chain, business chain that is here, they've realized that, boy, you know, they'll mark up the prices of certain things. So the poor people, and I must say, bro, what really saddened me the most is walking around Mr. X. Almost everybody you come across, that, you know, the people that you see normally smiling, happy, and buzzing, it's like they're carrying a burden, because I don't know if it's the heat or the cost of living, but these two things are very
I think it's the cost of
hot.
living, man. The cost of
Is
living.
what is what.
Yeah.
So I must say. it's put a different appreciation. I mean, I love St. Lucia. St. Lucia is my home. You know, it'll always be my home. But for practicality, having seen what it is overseas and having seen the quality of life and the things, I cannot imagine myself willingly deciding, well, you know, unless it's really retirement, my brother, I cannot
Yeah.
see myself coming back here and, you know, getting back into the thing because the entertainment business has totally changed. The hotels
They,
hire
yeah,
DJs or two-piece or one-piece. You know, I spoke to a musician, brother. You know what he said to me? He was talking to another guy, and the guy said to him, he has one gig this month, one gig. And the guy, he asked the guy, where? The guy say, I'm afraid to tell you before you take it.
wow.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine that. And guys used to play 2 gigs a night, sometimes even 3. You play 3, 4 times a week. You know, so you ask yourself how they're surviving. Most of the musicians have found 9 to 5 regular jobs and stuff to sustain themselves. So whilst we have a improvement in the quality of music that's coming out of St. Lucia, I think the main avenues that was there before, which was for live, the bars, the clubs, right now it's just carnival, my brother, and jazz.
Yeah.
So it is tough. It is really, really, really tough. It is really tough. I think artists in St. Lucia need to start thinking about ways to get their career elevated to go out there and, you know, make that money because the money is not circulating in St. Lucia. I cannot see it. I cannot see it. You know, I cannot see it. I don't know if it's
It's really,
different in the
really,
South.
it's really sad, man. It's really sad. Yeah, it's really sad. And I had that conversation with a friend last week, you know, about we was talking about St. Lucia can make money. I was telling him that, you know, St. Lucia can make money, you know.
Well, there
Yeah.
is money, but the thing is what the money is being used for, and the budget is it really getting to the real people that need it. So in other words, there might be programs in place, and I'm not pointing finger at anyone, but we heard of horror stories about, for example, the past
Okay.
administration.
Right.
So and the new administration. So everybody's pointing figures, but you
Yeah.
know, I think St. Lucia has a product. We have a lot of natural resources which needs to be developed, and that's the reality of it. Whether it's music, whether it's arts and craft, whatever it is, we have to share the light and shine the light so people overseas, foreign investors can see.
I'm telling you two ways the country can make money. 2 ways, and the downfall. Okay, one, the
Mhm,
first one, I'm driving a car, okay, on the highway, you know,
mhm,
and then I knock somebody else.
hmm,
The police will come, police report everything.
mhm,
They're supposed to charge me, right?
mhm.
Yeah, they charge me, I go to court. That person under the table. How are you making money?
Now, imagine it's so ironic that you mentioned that because that's a conversation I overheard earlier during the week.
Yeah,
And
how are
again,
you making the money?
we're not here to bash anybody or any
Yeah,
particular
yeah,
thing. We want to bring suggestions how it could
yeah.
improve. But what you're saying
The
there
other,
is facts.
the other
It's
one
facts.
again, the other one again. I'm working in a hotel. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm working in a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and then something went wrong. You know, they not paying me
Mm-hmm.
enough money or whatever. I go to labor
Mm-hmm.
department. The manager have his friend or her
Is there?
friend at labor department. I will go
Mm-hmm.
there thinking, you know, they on my side. They will call the manager from the hotel and telling he or she, this guy came to labor department. When I go back in the hotel, I get
You,
fired.
you get fired. It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, so
It's really sad.
the country will
And
never make money.
and you know, I think really if you have to really analyze it, I think maybe St. Lucians need to travel a little bit more too.
Yeah,
So when they
Yeah.
start traveling, they will actually see and have a desire for things to improve. Because by and large, the majority of them are in the point where they have never really seen certain things. They've never experienced. For example, when you talk about customer service, my brother, that is non-existent in St. Lucia. When you go to purchase something, the person on the other end, which you pay in to purchase something, you swear that is somebody that you've had a fight with, or that person has a gun to the head or something. I went to get something to eat at a place that I used to frequent that place a long time ago. And when I went there, I recognized one of the ladies. And when I started asking her about certain people I used to work with, she was like, "My goodness, you know all those people." And then she started working after. But I said to her, I will come here every day because that's for me. That's the experience. I remember I used to have my little routine myself, and she was so happy we spoke and stuff like that. And I just said to her, "Why is everybody so all the other workers and stuff? You wave one of the people, they look at you so angry and stuff like that." He says, "Boy, everybody's so frustrated. Everybody's so upset. I went there yesterday. She wasn't there. I saw the other one, and I felt to just walk out of the place. Ask her, did somebody ask you to work on your day off or something? Did somebody make you work on your day off? Because why are you so angry?" She's like, "Me, I just want to go at my home." You know, I like, where is, and again, what I was told is that is how they will treat the locals. But if it's a tourist or something, "My girl, my dear, how are you today, my dear?" You understand? You understand? You know? But sometimes you are there, you come to contribute more than the tourists. The tourists, right, they might be staying in an all-inclusive place or something. And the tourist is just there to sightsee. They're not there to spend, some of them. But you that
Yeah.
there, you want to, do something, contribute or whatever, and then, you know, um, so it's very different. It's a new generation, I'd say, my brother. And it's sad that the level of things as what you would expect in some of the private and the local sector is not necessarily the way I knew it before, but
Mhm.
these things come with change. But again, I still believe St. Lucia is an untapped resource. If they could really have leadership and support and fresh ideas and focus on making St. Lucia the best destination in the Caribbean or in the world, it can happen. But the bubble has to stop. The bubble has to stop. The customer service has to improve, and they need to have a plan of action. And the roads, some of the roads, my brother, could you believe that the tunnel road is still being worked on? There's still a patch almost half a mile that is still rock gravel. Coming from Viewport when you land, the
Mm.
average tourist who comes there for the first time, they're not expectant of the journey. It's a bit, it's a little distance,
So,
but you get,
so you mean to tell me I cannot even come to St. Lucia with my Ferrari?
my brother, you can come, but you will have to park it by the airport or by the wharf. You need the average person in Indonesia, you need a four-wheel drive and you need an
Oh, yeah,
elevated
yeah,
vehicle.
yeah.
You
A
need an
pickup,
elevated vehicle,
like
a pickup,
something like a Hilux or Volkswagen, four door.
Ford or something, yeah, yeah, Chevy or some Hilux, you know. They're nice vehicles. Someone said to me, in fact, my brother-in-law said to me, every month there's at least 300 vehicles being imported to the island. Now think of that. The
Every
government
month.
is making every month
Wow.
300. And I believe it because when we drove by the wharf, I could have seen a
Yeah,
barrage of vehicles.
yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of vehicles on the road. I think it's almost three times because imagine, brother, if you go into town and you hit that morning traffic, that's at least 2 hours of your journey. We were going to town and driving back up. They said to us, do not find yourself on that highway between 1 and 2 because another 2 hours you'll be there.
Wow.
So there is gridlock in the traffic system because so much vehicles, but the road structure has not improved or changed. There should be, in my opinion, allocation, even if it's a 3 lane at some points, and where they can do it, because like in Trinidad, I was told there are places that have that 3 lane system. So in the morning it's maybe 2 lanes going down, one going up, and in the afternoon it's two going up and one going down. People have
I
adjusted.
think
Maybe
I
they need
think
those sort
I
of
think
things in St. Lucia.
all that money you have, I think you should sponsor PJP. You know, try
My
try
brother,
to build
that,
a road on top, like a road on top to reach Rodney Bay.
overpass,
Yeah,
overpass.
overpass.
That,
Yeah,
that, that,
from Catchrees to Rodney Bay. You can
brother,
sponsor that, man.
let me tell you something, my brother. That is not a cash or money issue because I believe when they get the money, even if that's a plan. I saw a video online, right? An African video. So they show you what they consider AI highway that they plan to build, and the government has received whatever they say, $10 billion towards that. So they give us speech and everything. They say it will be in construction. So the guy leave the briefcase. So the as soon as he leave,
I saw that
they say that
it's
when
not
he
a million, it's
walk in the
billion. I think
5 minute
it's
pass,
1 billion,
yeah,
1 billion something like,
one
yeah.
billion.
And each ministers from different departments taking their share.
When the project finally get to the stage where the guy reach on the site, Government just take a thing of tar and just spin that thing in the road and you take the last $2 and go with it. That is the reality. That is the sad reality. And again,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
here to bash. But I mean, come on, a blind person could make sense of what is going on there. Every political party come into power, they borrow money, okay? They allocate certain programs and things in place to develop, but there is always interested in whoever is in charge. And it's a case of, yeah, that we organize ourselves and the country suffers. And it's sad to see, like, I mean, without taking into consideration the few new buildings or renovated old buildings that are there, I cannot see the development so much in the last, looking at 10 years and now. I mean, it's been over 10 years I've left St. Lucia more recently, and that was there 5 years ago. And I cannot, in the level of development, and it's true I may be comparing it to um, a big country, but it's minuscule. The level of development, it's little to none. You know, they always argue the roads, the roads, the roads. All they do is paving the same old roads. Yeah,
yeah,
there's no expansion. There's no more lane. They put one, two little roundabouts. Those roundabouts is the equivalent of the roundabouts in my local neighborhood. Not what you'd expect on a highway system, my brother. You know, a little, call it concrete little circle with a yellow thing or whatever, and that is meant to be a roundabout. You know, the signage is still almost non-existent in certain places. You drive in, you're at the mercy of your driving skills. The roads are small, and certain things, if you just make a wrong turn, you're down in a casco,
yeah,
you know? So, where's the development? You know? And they claim that tourism is our main industry. But tourists, it's not like before. Tourists has options. To fly to St. Lucia, for most people, it's at least a 7 or 9 hour flight or between that range. If you look at maybe coming from either New York or the States or even Canada, you're looking at least 5 hours to 9 hours flight in certain cases. And what are you coming to? You could get that the same things or even more in other closer Caribbean islands. So whilst they always concentrating on St. Lucia, simply beautiful, natural beautiful, the sulfur springs, the pitons, but beyond that, what are they doing to enhance and develop the nation of St. Lucia? We have a World Heritage site in the south there. Yeah, what are they doing? They're just depending on the natural beauty. And lo and behold, my brother, places, beaches, and certain areas are getting sold to foreigners. So St. Lucia, where St. Lucians are concerned, we're getting more and more less of our own. That is, it's being sold for foreigners, foreign development, foreign ownership. There's a beach I went to. There's a beach I went to by Papi or by the Rex. That's Rodney Bay. That's up at the back of the line there.
Yeah, yeah,
The first hotel there. Where I used to be back in the day, I used to be Splash Disco, whatever. Walk to the beach. It's nice that you still have access to go there. But then once I'm on the beach, I'm hearing trucks and construction things and tractors and things. I said, what's going on there? They said, oh, they sold that mountain, there's condos and things. They've been in they sold that to the. You ask yourself, who's approving those sort of things, man?
which
Who's regulating
what we're
that?
talking about, Caribbean jewels?
Um, I don't know. It's not developers yet. I don't think there's any apartments there or villas as yet. But the place I'm talking about is in Rodney Bay. You know, you know. Okay, so let's think of Coco Palm. You know that hotel there,
Yeah, yeah,
Coco Palm.
yeah,
If you the main entrance, but if you walk a little bit lower and you walk at the back there, there's a beach. You could access the beach.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So in other words, the upper end of how do you call it again? Spinnakers, where there's some aqua action and stuff. The upper
yeah.
side of that beach.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, okay, okay,
the
okay.
upper side. And there's a big nice mountain there, big nice mountain there. But apparently that's been sold.
Wow.
You understand? And it's the same when you go to certain resorts with Pigeon Point and stuff like that. And then I asked the question, can locals still go to the beach there, by West Sandals? And the answer was yes, they can, but you don't feel comfortable because, the looks you get and stuff like that from security and the people there. So it's just like locals, what are we doing, to really protect what is ours and develop because the place is being sold and believe you me, out of some of those deals, people are getting money in their pockets,
Yeah,
which is not benefiting the country, it's just benefiting them, you know?
yeah.
So that is the sad reality. Um, that is why I believe the main reason why there's not enough development because it's not a matter of the cash, they're not getting the money because they're borrowing money, but I think it's a case of St. Lucia is not, somebody said to me, St. Lucia is not a real place. You could escape with anything. You understand? So it's really sad, my brother. But again, nowhere is perfect. We want the best for St. Lucia and St. Lucians to begin with. We want that. So, Mr. X, when you come here, just prepare yourself, I would say, um, to spend some good money to eat the things that we used to take for granted. That is like a delicacy now. You have to spend good, 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 good. The service is not what it should be. And you go to some of those restaurants and those places, the staff are looking very unhappy. I don't know if they're
But
happy to see is a black person spending
I
money.
like
I don't know what it is.
I like my local food. I will not go in a restaurant and
In a
yeah,
restaurant, yeah,
I like my local. Yeah, I
yes,
like my local
yeah.
food.
Well, me, certain places I will venture if I there with, you know, locals. I won't just go on my own and just go there, think it's the same like before, because times are hard. Survival is a crucial thing, but in terms of, I didn't see as many, even, but strange enough, the people I saw back in the day as zombies, and I saw a guy there. I gave the guy a big hug, bro. The guy came up to me in Grosley and shake my hand and stuff like that. And he said, "You don't remember me?" I said, "No." I won't mention his name because obviously we refer to zombies as people on the streets on drugs and whatever.
Yeah.
But seeing the guy, bro, I couldn't believe. I couldn't recognize the guy. The guy was well dressed and everything and kept himself. And then I said, boy, I'm so happy to see you because I expected me. I'm gonna have been long gone.
Okay.
So there is hope. There is hope. And compared to England, the amount of homelessness I see in England, the amount of people I see on the streets, it's good that I haven't seen that in St. Lucia. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Maybe if I go by the market, nighttime, it might be a different story. early in the morning. But you don't, and that level of harassment, I haven't seen it. And I've been out to the beach every day. I've been out every day. People will offer you something to buy or whatever, and if you're not interested, they leave you alone. So it's not all bad. I'm impressed with certain things, but there's room for improvement where St. Lucia is concerned. Yeah, I think St. Lucians are tired of probably not getting the help and the assistance. So artists, we really want to reach out to you even more. Try to.
What about, as you mentioned, the artists? How do you feel the economy? How do you feel how the artists? How you feel? Give me your opinion on that. How you feel it affecting them?
Bro, I want to say, I believe the best days of being an artist in St. Lucia,
Yeah,
the artists now, whatever they're experiencing, is still a fraction. It might be easier for them to get airplay, it might be easier for them to get popular than in our time, but the money, I don't see the, because there's just nothing happening out of season. There's and even when you go across to the bars and the places, I mean, bro, you know how it was. You'd see a karaoke there, a thing there, a live band there, two-piece. Every night something happening, and the tourists was every the bars happening. That is how it is in jazz and carnival time, I believe. Is I think there's the emphasis on that. It's peaking at that time. But out of that, I think out of that seasonal, the artists, I cannot imagine. They would have to be the best ones to tell you, but I cannot see an artist surviving. Whatever you make after Carnival and Jazz, that will have to last you the next season,
the next
unless you have,
season.
yeah, because I don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I don't know. I could be wrong. God knows. God knows. But everybody's surviving one way or the other, bro. You know, the rich are enjoying life in St. Lucia. If you're wealthy, St. Lucia is a nice place to come and chill out and relax and enjoy your. But if you see, you're not. I wouldn't recommend to come and think that it's a bed of roses, because it's not. It's not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't come back in but to retire. Let's try approaching retirement already, but Mr. X, we have to appreciate what we have, and again, we have to try to help those that are less fortunate. I really want to start doing more charity and start setting some barrels and stuff, because looking at things, my brother, I think it's hard to describe. I think after COVID, St. Lucia has not really bounced back yet to pre-COVID days, for whatever reason it
Well,
hasn't.
you consider about a 50 barrels there, because you have the.
Why me? Why me? Why me?
I put your business out. You consider
No,
around
no,
50 barrels.
you can't do. You, in fact, you the one that put me onto the barrels and stuff. You the one. So yeah. So when you telling me 750, you the one that put me in. You that give me the 411 on. It's possible. I didn't even know that. So that definitely there's stuff we need to talk about as well, and plans that we have, Mr. X.
I, wa-
That we'll discuss.
I haven't showed you any Lamborghini Ferrari. You don't want to show me Lamborghini.
Well, well, we, but we is we. Where you at that have all of that thing, you have all your top things, and the luxury that you living in there in Switzerland. England is not really like that. Switzerland is like Dubai as far as I'm concerned, You you've seen here the type of vehicles you'll have there. So, I mean, we have nice things, but the things to 2024 models and stuff like that, you'll have those things in abundance there. The Swiss don't play, man. You know, but
One thing I haven't seen in Switzerland yet is the Tesla Jeep, the new model. I see they have
Oh, the
yeah,
cyber
the
chick.
one that have
The
that have
cyber chick.
the old ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
it's a
like it?
old,
I
yeah.
think I think I would never buy that.
I
I
like it,
think
you
that
know.
is something you like it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I wouldn't buy that. I'm somebody I like to be different, and I like things that not because it's popular now. It's enjoy, because I've seen some the fellas put skirts and thing on that, mark that out, and think that it looks a little bit better, but it's still looking like it look like a magic. As I would, I would want that. I wouldn't want that. But anyway, I want to big up um, my people in St. Lucia, my family and stuff. If in case those of you see this video, and if in case I happen to live without we actually linking up, I will apologize for that. But hey, I've come on some relaxation and some business, and to really try to network and stuff like that. So um, the family that I've seen so far has really been great and lovely to see people, see my St. Lucian people. And St. Lucians, we are a
You need,
special nation, man. I'm
you need
convinced.
to go to Canada and see the rest of your family, man.
Yeah, I will. I will. I will. I will. But people don't know Mr. X. Mr. X is like encyclopedia. Mr. X put me onto family I never even knew. You understand? So, boy, when I say you're my right hand, you're my right hand, right hand for a reason. So, but yeah, I'm happy to be here and I look forward to linking up. So, any of the artists that view this video and you see this video, reach out to me or reach out to Mr. X if you can. If you can't reach me, if you cannot find me or reach me, reach out to Mr. X. It's the same thing, and he'll reach out to me. The DJs and stuff, I'm really trying to meet up with the DJs more than anything else, DJs and promoters, so we could try to build up links and connections. So the DJs I've met so far, again, big up yourself, bless up. We really appreciate the love and the support. And it's nice to be walking around and to see people recognizing us for what we are doing. So, we're going for a transition, but we will be concentrating on other platforms as well, other than just Facebook. So do
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Look out for our new TikTok and Instagram pages that will be out shortly. And also, don't forget, we're coming out with Caribbean Celebrity Store. And that will be Caribbean vibes from clothing, from accessories, you name it. Even exclusive Caribbean drinks, you know. The Mr. X have a kind of a Mr. X have a special rum punch that is unique. You
Yeah,
understand? When people come on those
man.
rum cruises in St. Lucia, if you've been on one of those rum runner cruises and if you sample that, and when you leave the island, you're craving for that, you can find that anyway, that secret recipe. All these things we're looking into, local wines and these things. So
The
the
sorrel,
Caribbean Celebrity Shop,
the sorrel wine from Emmerich.
that is it. And the peanut punch and those
Peanut
things.
punch. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So we want to make all those things available, and we also reaching out to any vendors, any locations that want to actually link up with us. Because what we intend on doing is we intend on being the bridge. So in other words, so some solution things that you cannot get out of St. Lucia, you'll be able to get that online through our store, and some things that you cannot get in St. Lucia, you will be able to get it through the store, but you'll be able to collect it locally. So we'll be able
Locally,
to
yeah,
make those
yeah.
things available where you could just order your thing and you go and collect it in St. Lucia. So you'll be able to get that. So that is what we're working on as well. And then we really want to take things to another level. We want to really support our locals, support the up and coming, you know. We want to create a family, a unit, you understand, a movement. So Mr. X, you see there, and myself, we are committed and dedicated. Where we see the need, we will try to come with some solution. It's not a matter of just putting cash or money in somebody's hand. They say there's a saying, you know, give me a fish, you feed me for a day. But teach me to fish,
Yeah. Yeah.
I could feed myself for a lifetime. So that is what we're trying to do. We have never forgotten St. Lucia. I'm proud of Mr. X and myself. You understand? People hear us and you still hear the Lucian accent. Innit?
Pretty bad.
I say I'm proud of us because they will hear us and they will still hear the St. Lucian accent.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
And,
man.
and I want to talk about that new tune you dropped there. You drop a tune there before we wrap up. You drop a tune there. And I saw some of the comments, and somebody wrote under one of the comments, boy, like you have the real vibe. You originate that vibe. And then man could struggle and try to copy that, but you're the real thing when it comes to that Denry segment. So that new song you've released, which is on YouTube, tell them about it, where they could tell them the name of the song and how they could find it and all that.
This is um
Febola Film
Feboda
remix.
Film
Yeah.
Remix. Yeah, the Feboda Film Remix. So you can go on YouTube and type in Exodus, aka Mr. X, on YouTube, and DJs. You know, if you want, you can link me. I can do a. I can also do drops for you on that song. You know, because you know that song there, I got some good views. Even
Mhm.
people that don't even understand the
Yeah,
Creole, and they
yeah,
like the vibe. Yeah.
yeah.
So I got some good views as well, and I already do about 4 drops already for DJs, and
Mhm.
it's not Saint Lucian, you know, European DJs. Yeah,
Okay.
4 drops already on that
Wow.
song. Yeah, and they don't
Okay.
even understand. They just like the beat.
They like
Yeah,
it, the vibe, the
they
direction.
like the vibe.
What you
Yeah,
will have
they
to
like
do,
the
what
genre segment.
what you will have to do, or it's an idea, Mr. X. Like even the instructions where you tell in the song how to dance and to what to do, you could probably do a video just explaining in English what it is saying,
Yeah,
a little clip saying that's the dance and do the motion and stuff like that. Because they embrace that, they embrace our culture. The Europeans embrace it, and we know that, we
yeah.
see that, you know. So that is part of raising the banner. But big up to you on that track. That's a big track,
And
and
just imagine, one of the DJs contact me and he tell me, um to do a just for him on that song. You know,
mhm.
just mention his name and stuff like that. I tell him, well, I have to go to the studio. You know, the guy actually tell me to do it on my phone.
Wow, yeah. Well, thanks to Cartel,
Yeah,
everybody does that now. Phone recording, it could work. So what I want to also reach out to, if there is what I would hope, what are we looking to do with the Caribbean Celebrity Show as well, is we really want to do different pieces on different Caribbean islands. So we want for local personalities or people from wherever you are in the Caribbean. If you have your favorite entertainer or favorite entertainment spot, to just, even if it's with your phone, to just work with us so we could feature different clippings from Antigua, Caribbean, Barbados, different Caribbean countries, even St. Lucia, so we could have, like, even if it's not weekly, but at least to some degree, bi-weekly or monthly report on what's happening in different Caribbean islands, locally, grassroots. It might be, for example, somebody that's the CMOS guy, whoever makes the CMOS, that guy. So promote his business.
yeah,
And we have that link already, which we're going to see for Antigua. That's coming up as well, but for St. Lucia. And then, so it recommend certain things. So when people visit that particular island, thanks to the Caribbean Celebrity Show, they would have already know who they're going to or where they're going to get that real, authentic Caribbean experience. I'm not talking about all inclusive, I'm talking about Caribbean. And again, um, I want to big up everybody who's viewing the program, everybody who's seen us. And folks, if you're looking to fly to St. Lucia and you're looking for a destination where you can relax in comfort, I could recommend two properties, but I will also recommend some things or places you could go as to where I've gone. But right now, I'm staying in Caribbean Dream Vacation Properties. That's where I'm at right now. And it's like a dream. You have different, uh, capacity, if it's a single or double, uh, uh, um, you know, bedroom or whatever. You have your pool, you have the bar, and it's accessible to the main area, the Rodney. It's in the Rodney Bay area, so you could visit there, and you could, if you don't have a vehicle, you could walk to the beach, you could walk to all the restaurants, you could walk to the shopping mall. So I want to really big up Caribbean Dream Vacation Properties. Caribbean Dream. Remember that. Find them online. If you are coming to St. Lucia for a vacation and you need accommodation, I will not say to you, forget about the big resorts, but look at the option of your privacy, and the location is amazing, and the comforts is also A1. So don't forget Caribbean Vacation Properties.
So
Also,
you do your part. Now let me do my part now.
no, I have
I
another one to
I
big up still.
want you to
I have
do,
another one.
I want you to do something for me. Big up yourself,
Okay,
Kimber Charles. When you go into Soufre, because I know you will go to the sulfur spring and take a mud
right,
bath. Yeah.
right.
When you go to Soufre, on your way to Soufre, I want you to stop to Canaries and go to Imbat's Bakery. You know, Canaries have the
In
best bread in St.
Butts
Lucia.
Bakery.
Yeah.
All right. And I
Imbat
will be going
Imbat
there with
Charles.
cameras
Imbat
rolling.
Bakery, yeah. Imbat
I'll
Charles.
go
Make
there,
sure
let
you
them
go to that
know.
bakery and eat a nice butter bread. Yeah.
Let them know I'm coming with cameras. So make sure the bakery is open and bread is on kicks or whatever is there, because I will be
Yeah, man.
sampling it live.
Yeah, you
So big up
you have to
yourself.
sample
It's
the bread and also
what's it called? Imbat's Bakery
Imbat's Bakery.
in Canaries.
Yeah, in Canaries, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Caribbean Celebrity Show will be coming to you in Canaries. We'll be making a stop there in the next couple of days. We'll be visiting there. And also, I want to say Forge's apartment, that is also great accommodation. If you in the north, it's located in the same area as I mentioned with Caribbean Dreams. So you have the option, of staying either at Forges, uh, um, or at Caribbean Dream. I highly recommend for your stay in St. Lucia. The prices are very reasonable, and the accommodation is amazing and wonderful, comfortable. You are safe in a secure environment, and the hosts of these properties are very hospitable. That is something that you look for when you visit a place. You want, if you come with your family or your loved one, you want to be comfortable, and you want to also be able to experience that Caribbean hospitality. And I could speak highly of this, and that is where I stayed before, and that is where I, hands on that, I will, each time I visit St. Lucia, I will stay, because I know I'm welcome, and I could feel the love and I could feel the vibe there. So, folks, again, it's been another episode of Caribbean Celebrity Show. This coming week, we're going around the island, and we'll be speaking to people from all walks of life. So you might see somebody you recognize. And then Canaries, I'm coming there. I'm coming Canaries. Soufre, I'm coming. Viewfort, I'm coming. Traveling there, we're going to get some lovely scenery of the island. The beauty of St. Lucia, we want to showcase that. We've talked about the good and the bad, because we're not being biased, Mr. X. We're letting them know, straight out.
Yeah.
But artists, reach out. Again, if you cannot reach me, because these days I'm very exclusive, very high profile, as they say. So it's not like before, you can't really contact me like that.
Yeah.
You understand? If Mr. X gives you the go ahead, yeah, then you could go ahead. And then I will.
and not and not just only the bread, we have a special cake. It's called the coconut cake. Make sure you try that. It's a coconut cake. The
I have
top
to prepare my
has
guys for that one.
like two skirts, on the top. They call it coconut cake.
I have to I
You have
have
to
to
try
put my
that.
guys to that. So when I come to Canaries, what I would say is mistakes with me actually coconut a canary.
It's coconut cake.
Coconut
Yeah,
cake. Boy,
coconut cake, but it's a coconut cake.
coconut cake. All
Yeah,
right.
but they call it coconut cake. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will definitely be trying that. Any last words? Any last words for our viewers before we wrap it up? Well,
Okay,
folks, again, it's been a
so every
wonderful episode. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, Don't forget to go on YouTube and type in Exodus, aka Mr. X, Feboda Film Remix. And also, I have a big tune coming out with Prince Unique. It's called No Money, No Honey. So people look out for that.
Let me tell you.
Prince Unique from Trinidad, big
that
artist from Trinidad.
That tune, my brother.
Yeah, man.
That tune is a big, big song. I remember you sent me a voice note just to hear that. And when I hear that, I said to myself, boy, I wonder if Mr. X know what he already have there. I wonder if you already know what he have there. Because that one is a true explosion. That's a bomb. And it's reality. No money, no love. No honey. No money, no sugar.
Yeah. No money, no honey. No money, no love.
No money, no honey. Well, that's the thing, eh?
Yeah.
No money, no honey, no sugar. That thing's sweet. Yeah, we have some more music coming out again. So big up yourself, folks. Big up yourself, Prince Unique. Big up yourself, Gozile. Big up yourself, Desi J. Big up yourself, Bod Gilbert. And the artists that we're working with. Big up yourself, Future Kid and the Federation family in Antigua. The whole Federation. One love. Big up yourself. This has been Cash Major Flow, and I'm giving thanks and grateful to be here with my co-host, Mr. X. Look out for some more great things from us. And look out, if you see me out there, shout out Caribbean Celebrity Show. One love.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Respect. Bless up.